back at it again today. Just some car guy here. Hopefully we can get this carb rebuild done today. We've got the kit by Holley just sitting on the shelf. We've got a fuel filter, plugs, and hopefully we can get some of this cleaned up, some of the rocker covers, make it look less shitty inside, and we'll go from there. Also, I think I found a bit of a vacuum line somewhere lying around in the garage, so I'll chuck that on as well. Let's crack on into it. Now, believe it or not, I have never actually taken a carb off or rebuilt it. So this is definitely a first for me. I might get a couple of rags and undo the fuel line first. Hopefully no fuel really splurts out at me. Oh, you gotta love that smell of fuel. Old, watered down fuel. This thing's been sitting for a number of years. There's that. So, whatever fuel's in there will definitely have water in it. Just from the condensation. It looks like the emissions kit has been removed and sort of snugged off. If you do know anything about emissions, could you let me know if this is actually doing anything here? I tried looking it up on the manual, but I legit couldn't be bothered carrying on reading about emissions. Otherwise I'll just get a new set of headers and go from there. Oh no, get this off. Yeah, man. Da 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 da. Done. She is crusty. Obviously, I'll give this a clean before I put the old carb in. Alright, after finding this mat I had given to me from my Snap-on guy years ago, finally got it for purchase, and stealing one of the kitchen counter chairs, we should be good. Now I have popped it off, looking rather gunky. Whoops, got it already unloaded. Looking rather gunky, so let's try and obviously mop that up first and start tearing it down. Jeez, all the pink rags today. Ooh. Definitely smells like old fuel. So yeah, maybe I need to tip it upside down somewhere to drain the rest of that out. Now, trying to sort of figure out what everything is. Obviously this is my vacuum advance unit here. Maybe I should have pulled apart a bit better there, but oh well. Fuel goes in. I know from looking up online that this is actually a tube that flows fuel into the, do you say, secondary or your rear passage. And yeah, hopefully I'm not breaking anything by putting that there. Alright, let me go get my tools and start pulling everything apart. Some of these can get little micro tears in it. I don't really want to pull this apart because I don't actually know what's in this kit here. I'll just leave it for now and carry on. I don't see any rips or tears around it, so it should be alright. seagull or some type of bird just sitting on my roof here. Just above my head. Just watching me work. Gentle persuasion. Whoops. brand new as well, obviously. And I reckon I'll give it a soak. Find me a blade to try and cut the rest of the old gasket off, but I'll let it soak for a bit and some brake clean. Try to clean up all the things. Don't know how this comes off. Might figure out how this comes off first, but go through and do that. Alright, I managed to pull this little block off here, and it did have a bit of fuel on this backside, so these were definitely rubbish. It's a good thing I got the whole kit for it. Hopefully it's got all what I need in it. Well, the parts I really need to soak. And I'll just go find a blade. Let it soak while I'm finding a blade, if I've got one. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. I have cleaned, whatever that tape measures, cleaned it up as best as I can for the time being. Now I've got to work on putting everything back together somehow and remembering how I did it. Not really the funnest part, but the coolest part is when I finally get it onto the car and figuring out where all these washers go. Ripping the bag and then putting it. Where did that come from? That's great. Okay, so I'll just put that off to the side and try and rebuild everything else first. So, and then put that way out of the way. Dump everything out, just like how I used to do with Legos when I was a young fella. So I'm going to start off putting this through somehow. So I've just chucked the end pieces on, the bottom manifold that's tightened up. I just need to figure out how to put all this crap back on. Close enough, good enough. There we go, guys. It's all back together. We're missing a few gaskets, obviously, and a few things. They need to be replaced. I didn't install it upside down, which is good. It's all the way back together. It took me all day minus the lunch break and trying to Google what I was doing wrong and what I was doing. Let me try and get this back onto the car and go from there. Alright, here we go. Everything seems to be together, I would say. And let's try and chuck this back on. Like a glove. Look, mate, looks brand new. That's blocked off. The choke don't open fully. What did I do wrong? That's not good. Let's see where I've gone wrong here. I think it's supposed to be around the other way, but I have somehow somehow got it around the wrong way. And that's supposed to be on top of that. So it pushes it down. Let's heat it up. I reckon I could probably do it while it's there. Oh, I knew I'd do something wrong. Don't lose it, don't lose it, don't lose it. That's something I don't want to lose. Okay. Push it back far enough. Get it underneath. Must be like that. Pumped fuel. Ah, there we go. Just pump through. She back through. What happened there? Oh, jeez. Alright. So it's the next day. I gave up with it last night. I had to do other things. So we're back at it today. I did adjust the needles and the floats a bit. I actually chucked out the new floats that were in it. Ended up putting the old floats back in and seeing where I went from there. I've still got to adjust them to stop the fuel going through the carb, stop it spraying and trying to not catch fire. And what I'll do today is we'll replace the spark plugs, go through and double check the vacuum lines, just double check what I did yesterday, ensuring it to run better. And I'm pretty sure after all that, I've sort of fouled up the plugs, so I do have new plugs to be put in. Hopefully it runs nice. It was running on 7 cylinders last night, and yeah, suppose we'll go from there and we'll crack into it. Good coffee in the morning. Now, one thing, so I got the spark plugs. One thing which amazes me, the horn somehow works. I don't know how, because it wasn't working when I got it here. And believe me, I was trying to hold the horn and everything, but now it works. Mess around with some wires somehow, or hopefully everything else wants to run. Alright, so I've gotten all the plugs out and replaced. They're a bit dry on a couple. It's gonna focus. Carboned up, but I don't think these are the right plugs because the gap size as well. Got some off here. Raw fuel right here, so I did slightly flood it, make it run like crap. And I was actually trying to chuck the plug in with my spanner, and this wire is live. It had no ignition on or anything, and it started sparking out. So I've got to figure out where that wire sort of goes, and why is it live all the time. So it's a bit of a worry. Now time to get on to the other side. Let's crack into it. Alright, after many a try, I've put new plugs in. I ended up having to lift the side up to get to the back one. As you can see, old ones. Hopefully that has solved on this motor issue. Now it's running. I changed the jets out quickly and now it's not backfiring through the carb. So let's try and take it for a test drive, see how she runs on the road. And most likely gonna have to make a list on what it needs next. Oh jeez. Seats work. especially on the left-hand drive on a left-hand side of the road. This is my stop. Alright, so there we have it. We managed to get the carb rebuilt all in 2 days. Took a while. We've got fuel filter on and we took it for a test drive. Obviously had a bit of a problem with the floats and the needles. I had to really adjust it. I probably need to fine tune it better with a vacuum reader, you know, out that device. And yeah, we'll go from there. I think I'm gonna get the headers organized for it, so at least it flows a bit better, try and get a bit more power out of it. There's some small things that we need to work out, is the brakes, the just the steering, try and tighten it up a bit, probably get some new bushings, something like that. Just get it running nice and actually smooth, and figure out where we're losing fluid in the brakes, because I did check it and you know, we were losing some fluid. Oh, another thing is next time I'll get a better camera angle and hopefully not lose the camera. Trying to drive down the road and so much power, it put this camera onto the floor, probably when I was hitting the brakes. But all in all, if you did like this video, don't forget to subscribe and follow for more, and hopefully I can get some more of this content out to you guys. There again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.